Hi guys, thank you for stopping by to check out my channel. I am grown kidding. Alright, so I was lucky enough to get access to the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta. So I'm playing at the moment with my mate Ricky slash Izzy Ballin, because you know everyone's got to have a cool gamer tag. I had fun. Honestly, I had fun. I'm still playing. I'll be playing tomorrow and the following day. I believe the beta's up for about 3 days. Now, the thing I've noticed is if you are a player off the division, you will not be able to help making comparisons to the division because, you know, it's natural. We need to compare stuff to other stuff. I think it's just human nature. Everything's got to be like something. This has got to be like Call of Duty, this has got to be like Assassin's Creed, and sadly, Ghost Recon Wildlands has to be compared to the division. That said, there's certain things I like, and obviously there's certain things I don't like. Now, this right here, this is something I like. So right now, I'm in the helicopter, and I'm following my mate Izzy. I let him go by car. I'm quite enjoying the helicopters, although at first I found them a nightmare to control. So, I'm flying over him in the helicopter. Flying over him? Yeah. I'm flying above in the helicopter. He's taking the ground of the car. Why? Just because. And I suppose there's a lot of those just because moments in this game. And that's kind of the fun of it. You're just doing stuff just because you can. And that does make a fun game. There's a few things I don't like, such as there's a lack of a cover system, because I suppose it's not Division, and they need to push it as far away from games as Division as they can. So it's not a cover shooter. It's more right place, right time, and you take down the enemies, or you stealth the enemies, or, you know, it's more about placement. Alright, so, which I suppose a cover shooter is, but it's about placement so that you don't need cover, if that makes sense. Alright, so, I'm teaming up with Izzy Ballin at the moment, going back to the gameplay of course. So, I'm waiting for him, we're deciding how we're going to take down the enemies. Are we going to do stealth? Are we going to go all guns blazing? He didn't want to go all guns blazing, so I'm like, alright, no worries. So, learning the chopper, like I said, it took me a while to get the hang of it. Once I did, it's not too bad, and it is a fun mechanic. I suppose stuff that separates this from games like The Division is you're in an open world. And while Division is arguably classed as an open world, it's very contained. Division is an open city. This game feels like an open world. You've got different things to explore, you know, the world is your oyster, so to speak. You've got freedom, or it feels as though you've got a lot more freedom, and it's a lot prettier. Because it's not confined by simply being located to one city, it's a lot prettier. It's a lot prettier. More colours, a lot more vibrant. Now, I'm about to do something really stupid. There's a game mechanic where you can actually use a parachute once you've purchased the upgrade. For some reason, we thought that we could parachute down from here. Sadly, it's a little too close to the ground, and you're going to see in a few moments exactly what happens. But you can notice how nice the animation is, how the camera cuts dramatically, so it is really cool. I can appreciate this might not be the most exciting gameplay, but I wanted it to be as realistic as possible for you. I didn't want to give you something fake or only show you the best bits, so this is what we was doing when we just started the game, so to speak, and we was having to feel around. Learning how to take down enemies, how to approach stuff, how to use the different mechanics, such as your helicopters and such. Right, so here we are, jumping out of the helicopter, looks quite cool. Parachute, yeah, not my finest moment. Not my finest moment. But, sorry, getting a cold, guys. But, you see the freedom. And that freedom is what I'm talking about. That is one of the better things about the game. You feel very free. You know, do you want to hijack a helicopter and parachute down to your enemies? That's a very cool mechanic. And you don't see that in a lot of games, to be fair. I mean, you've got games such as Just Cause, but for me, that was not a game I really enjoyed. I do apologise for my voice. Yeah, my nose is not the best it's ever been today, so to speak. Okay, so this time we're going to try a different route. Same mission, different route. So, this time I got the sniper rifle. I assume because... there we go again. I assume because we've only got the early guns, we're not going to have the best guns. So, I can't zoom in that far with my sniper rifle. But, once again, you're seeing the freedom. So, this right here is the drone. Now, the nice thing about this game is you can use drones. And you can actually use them to mark your enemies, which is quite cool. It's slightly reminiscent of the drone in Splinter Cell Blacklist, which of course it would be, because it's Ubisoft. And Ubisoft links all their games. I don't mean that by the world themselves, they're not connected, so to speak, but they're often linked in mechanics. They never seem to depart too heavily from their foundations. And if you like that, and you like that feeling of continuity, then that's quite a nice thing in all honesty. Just got killed, had no idea where the enemy was coming from. Fun things like that, I suppose. I mean, all in all, I am enjoying this game, especially because I'm playing it from the get-go with a friend, which unfortunately I didn't do with the Division, and Division turned into essentially a one-player experience. This is turned into a little bit more. Like I said, once again, I do apologise if you're finding the gameplay very, very boring, but once again, the aim was for me to give you a true portrayal of my playthrough of the game, rather than glorify some of the better moments. So, this is us once again, just deciding how to take down the compound and how to achieve what we need to achieve. Now, one thing I will say, obviously you can't see it at this part of the game, is the character models are very nice. And that might not be a big thing for a lot of people, but it's a big thing for me. And the reason I say it's a big thing for me is one thing that I found very, very disappointing in Division, yep, we're going back with the comparisons again, is the character creation. It was abysmal. You couldn't really do much with it. Now, in this game, it's not crazy. You're not going to be able to make a character who looks spot on like you, which you can't do in many games, to be fair. And you can't really play around too much. Essentially, you're going to pick from a few basic templates, find some hair you like, find the outfit. But off the templates they do have, the textures are really nice, and the characters just seem to have a lot of personality in terms of their design. I mean, the characters look very different, and you, even if you're not going to find someone who you feel represents you, you're going to find a nice avatar in terms of, you're going to find a character that you might think look cool, or, you know, looks interesting, or looks quite serious, or looks quite fun. Now, I stopped ages ago in games trying to make characters that look like me, because I realise it's very rarely going to happen. Most games don't allow for that sort of depth, unless you're a whiz and you know how to manipulate Fallout 4's character customization to design yourself, which for me it came out looking like, I don't know, I had a child with a rock.
Get the hell out of
there. For most games now I design female characters. One, it just makes a change, and two, if I can't have a character that looks like me, then I'm going to have a character that's as far from me as possible, and it's just another way to go with it, really. So obviously it's a feature I'm talking about at the moment that you can't really see, but I just wanted to point out that's definitely one of the things that I really liked about this alpha, arguably about this game. Now, here's me creeping up on some of the enemies. It is quite cool. There is a very satisfying feeling when you take down the enemies in this game. I don't necessarily know why, but it's maybe just the way they sink. One thing, when I say sink, I mean sink to the ground, so to speak, after you've shot them. One thing I don't like is when you get physical. For example, you see me wrestling the guy to the floor there. It feels a bit... It doesn't feel as gritty as it could be, and it feels a bit loose. I'd like the action to be a bit tighter, maybe a bit faster. You know, it looks like it's being choreographed for a film, in terms of it looks almost too gentle. I'd like it to look very, very rough, very raw. I'd like to really feel it when you creep up on someone, maybe grab them by the throat. And sadly, I don't think this game has given me that feeling so far. It is something that may change, however, in the time Ubisoft has between now and the game's release, I don't really think that's going to be where they're going to focus their concerns. I saw a flammable tank. I assume I can blow it up. Through a grenade? Yes, you can. In this alpha, I've been doing a few things that are not necessarily beneficial to the mission, but just out of sheer curiosity. I suppose I wanted to know if it's possible. For example, I tried to shoot my teammate because I wanted to know if that was a possibility. I tried to shoot innocents and strangers, which is strange because you can shoot innocent characters, but you can't gunbuck them. Your gunbuck does nothing, but shooting them is fine, which is a bit weird to me. I like to try different things. I like to see how far you can push the games, you know. So yeah, that was one thing I noticed, which was a little bit weird. Izzy balling just took down this guy right in front of me, so made my job easier. this is really cool. Tagging resources to be collected later. So yeah, that's part one of a playthrough. I'm probably going to upload another 10-minute playthrough just to give you guys a little taste. I figured one block of 20 minutes or more would be a bit boring, and obviously I don't have a massive channel, so arguably it's a waste of my time to just upload something longer than 10 minutes, because it's not actually going to get a large amount of views. If and when my channel grows, then I'll be more inclined to do such things. But anyway, guys, as always, stay winning, stay kid, and let me introduce you to the motto. I'm a big kid today, and I'll be a big kid tomorrow. I'm out.